let the night take over from here. Nothing more is required. Nothing more is expected. Allow the eyes to close gently or remain softly unfocused, and take a slow breath in. Then let it leave the body without shaping it in any way. This is not a moment for intention, not a moment for improvement. This is a moment for descent. The nervous system understands night differently than day. Signals soften, thresholds lower, internal volume decreases. And right now, your system is invited to follow that natural shift. There is nothing you need to guide, nothing you need to manage. The body already knows how to move downward when pressure is removed. Not as the surface beneath you, not as an object, but as a presence. Something steady that receives your weight without resistance. As the support becomes clear, internal effort begins to dissolve. The nervous system no longer needs to hold itself upright. Breathing responds first. Each exhale lengthens slightly, not deliberately, naturally. Night descent is not sudden. It is progressive, like sinking slowly into warm water, where the body adjusts layer by layer. Allow attention to move away from the head and downward into the body, not focusing, not directing, simply letting awareness fall. Begin with the face. The forehead smooths. The eyelids grow heavier. The small muscles around the eyes release the need to register detail. The jaw loosens. The tongue rests where it is. There is no need for expression now. Any facial effort releases. The nervous system receives confirmation that engagement is no longer necessary. Awareness drifts backward, away from thought, into sensation. Thoughts may still appear, but they no longer pull attention forward. They lose momentum. Let attention settle into the neck and the base of the skull, areas that often remain alert even when the day ends. Allow them to soften. As the neck releases, internal orientation changes. Vigilance fades. Neutrality takes its place. The shoulders drop slightly, without collapsing, just enough to signal that holding is no longer required. With that release, the nervous system shifts further into parasympathetic tone. Internal pace slows. Breathing becomes quieter now, less noticeable, less effortful. Allow awareness to move through the chest, not monitoring the heart, simply noticing rhythm, steady, predictable, safe. The chest no longer needs to brace or expand. It settles into a neutral, resting position. Night descent continues as stimulation reduces evenly across the system. Nothing abrupt, nothing forced. Let attention drift into the upper back, the place where responsibility often lingers. Allow this area to widen, as if tension were melting outward. As the upper back releases, the breath flows more freely. Internal signals simplify. Awareness continues its downward movement, like a slow internal tide. Arrive at the abdomen, the center of instinct, the place where safety registers before thought. Allow the abdomen to soften fully. No holding, no guarding, just warmth and wait. As this area relaxes, the nervous system deepens its descent. Internal activity slows farther. Night is not asking you to disappear. It is inviting you to settle. Bring attention into the pelvis and hips. Allow them to feel heavy, anchored, supported. Grounding here signals upward that movement is no longer needed. The body can remain still without consequence. Let the legs release. Thighs soften. Knees loosen. Lower legs grow warm and heavy. The feet rest without readiness. There is nowhere to go. As the lower body settles completely, the upper body no longer needs to monitor the environment. Awareness sinks even deeper. Notice the overall tone of the body now. Less activation, less differentiation, more uniform heaviness. This is the nervous system moving into sleep territory. Not unconsciousness, but a low threshold, low demand state. Thoughts become fragmentary, less structured, less relevant. They appear and dissolve without capture. You do not need to follow them. Descent continues whether you notice or not. Breathing becomes shallow or deep according to the body's needs. There is no correct pattern here. The body begins to feel as though it is sinking into itself, contained, held, uninterrupted. Night descent depends when effort is absent. And effort is no longer present. Awareness may begin to blur. Edges soften. Time loses definition. This is not something you control. It is something you allow. The nervous system now prioritizes restoration. Repair processes activate quietly. Internal dialogue fades into background noise, then into silence between sounds. If awareness drifts, let it drift. If it pauses, let it pause. Sleep does not require permission. The body continues downward, layer by layer. Muscles disengage. Internal signals quiet. You may notice a sense of floating or sinking, or nothing at all. All experiences indicate the same thing. Descent is underway. Night wraps around the nervous system like a blanket, not restricting, containing. There is no need to stay aware of these words. They can fade as the body takes over completely. Sleep approaches not as an event, but as a continuation of this downward movement. As this descent continues, your nervous system learns the pathway. Night after night, the body remembers how to move downward with less resistance. Sleep arrives more smoothly. Rest deepens naturally. This pattern stabilizes quietly, supporting uninterrupted rest and full overnight recovery. There is nothing more to do now. Descent completes itself.